So hi there from Ukraine, Odessa. Today I'm going to tell you about the 3-monitor configuration, which is working on the example of MWO online game. So here we go. So those will be our heroes. They are the Wortmann Terra LCD blah blah blah. This is a pretty old model of the monitor, which is pretty cheap, but it's got several very nice features which I like. That's the IPS panel, and which is pretty good one actually. The dimension is also really nice. I like this 16 to 10. And what else? It's 24 inches each one. Okay, so there they are. That's the way it looks. That's my table. Game in place. Okay, so our configuration will consist from the pretty old already Bloomfield processor. So the platform is 1366. It's about 3 years old now, but yet pretty good. So that's the way it looks. It's hardly overclocked, so now it's only 4 GHz, but I usually use it up to 4.2. And the video card which we will have is 7870. And what else? I got 12 GB of RAM, and I don't know. The rest is not really important, I think. So I started by clicking. It's been asleep. So if you will be making something like this, you will definitely need the start button, because it's impossible to do this in other way. I'm really proud of the way I made it. All this stuff looks pretty nice, especially in the evening. You can see. Okay. It's rather noisy, but I always use the headset, which is killing noise. Pretty nice. Okay, so that's the way I use it usually. Only one monitor. I don't like 3 monitors when I'm not gaming. So in order to start the game, you gotta do this one. So I switch it on. Then I go Catalyst. I got the Infinity, create 3 displays this way, proceed, and here we go. Yep, that's ready. Okay, so now it's working, you see, running from there to there. I haven't finished adjusting this one, so as you can see it's still wrapped in plastic, so it will be a bit better, and I will change the angle because this one is not really correct. So here we start the MechWarrior. There's been several videos on YouTube, so you can change any other. Okay. So we're in. As you can see, nothing's happening inside before you enter the match. Okay, so I will show you the example on the Atlas and on any of light mechs which has the wide angle of view in the cabin. So I start the Atlas now. Sorry, no sound, because my sound is connected to the headset, so we will not hear anything, but I think it's not really important. Okay, I'll try to place a camera somewhere aside, maybe. No, it won't be good. Okay. I will keep shaking it. Sorry. as you can hear, well, I think you hear it, this one sounds really loud because the video card here is overclocked from stock 1 GHz to 1.2 and it becomes really noisy. But anyway, I use the headset and it doesn't bother me at all. Ah, come on. Ah, we got a game. So once it finds the game, it switches to this one. So you can see, yeah? I really advise you to take the monitors with the 16 to 10 dimension size, because if you will have the usual one, 16 to 9, so the resolution will be 1920 to 1080 instead of 1920 to 1200. This one will be even more near, like this one. So it will become really, really long. So I wouldn't advise that. So you can see it. No benefits. I will tell you what I mean. You see, in the corner we're using only the small part of the monitor, so all this part is not used. Same here. But the upper side, so usual monitor of the 16 to 9 compared dimensions, will be a bit smaller, like this one. So it's really nice to have the monitor like this one, because it's making the cabinet of the Mac bigger. But even in this case, it's really nice to do like this one. You see? So I will now stand up. You see? Now it's working really nice. So even if you're using an Atlas, it's really convenient to play as a sniper on 3-monitor configuration. Now we'll come a bit closer and I'll show you. So, for example, I got the 2 PPCs, so now you see. It looks like this. And like this I can see the whole... You see, I can do like this. Boom! Very nice. So, this is the way Atlas works. I quit the match. Usually I never do so. We fight to the very end. So I'll take the Raven and we shall see the difference for this type of robot. Oh! I be damned. This type of Mac. Okay. I hope it will find the game faster. So, while it's loading, these monitors are pretty old model, as I told you, and they don't have any features like HDMI or DisplayPort or LED lightning. They're very good for nature and very nice and blah blah blah. What is good about this type of monitor is the price, because I was able to get 3 monitors for the price of a bit more than $500, and that's really nice. I think it's really nice. So all these 3 were made about 2 years ago, and the model itself is like 4 years old. So they're pretty hot, and they're using a really big quantity of lamps, but it works. So you see it, eh? That's the Raven. I hope each of you have played it and you know how this Mac works like. And if you do know how it works like, you should know that it's really important to have as wide angle view as possible. So this configuration will help you. Look at this. So for those players which are using Cicada or maybe the Raven or I don't know, anything that has the wide angle of view for the cabin, 3 monitors are really nice. I don't advise you to use 2 monitors. I made some experiments. It doesn't work well because, well, the aiming point will be just on the cut edge of the monitor and it will be impossible to play, just believe me. So that's the way it works. Okay. I feel sorry for my team because I quit, but no time for it. So, what else? I will show you how the monitor is connected. This is a very important question because I don't have much time to deal with it, and I spent more than 1 month been waiting for the connectors before I learned this question. So, as you can see, all 3 monitors are connected to one video card. If you're using an SLI or the Crossfire, I mean 2 video cards, all monitors will be connected to the upper one video card in order to enable the configuration working simultaneously in games, I mean. Maybe I'm wrong and later it will change, but at the present moment, at least for 80 Radeon, it's like this. So my monitors are they can use DVI or very old VGA. It's really old and I don't know if it's really used yet somewhere except office machines. So we are connecting with DVI. All the video cards, I mean the 5th, 6th and the 7th family of the 80 Radeon, they support 2 monitors which can work from any port. So if you have 2 monitors, you can plug it to any port and it will work, no problem. But if you're using more than 2 monitors, you have to use the active adapter. I'll show it to you. This is not the correct way, but I believe I'm lucky. So, this is the adapter which I'm in. So, it's changing the... oops. Yep, this is better. It's changing the display port to DVI. In this case, it's even dual DVI. I don't think it works, but anyway. So the trick is that video card can send the signal, I mean the signal which needs conversion only for 2 monitors, and if you're using the 3rd one, it will not recognize it. The exception is only if you use the DisplayPort connection. So if you got the monitors with the DisplayPort, no problems. You don't need any adapters, just plug it directly and off you go. But if you're using some old stuff like I do, you need some special adapters. For example, I use 1 DVI, 2 DVI, so it's going directly, 1 HDMI switched to DVI, going directly to a 2nd monitor, and the 3rd monitor is doing these tricks. So what this adapter is doing, it's converting the signal. So inside there is a small chip which is converting the signal for the monitor and back. There's a big difference, so if you're buying this adapter, please make sure that this adapter is called active connector, adapter, whatever. It should be active. And if you're buying a Chinese one, like I do, it costs really cheap. It can be like starting from $24 up to, I don't know, maybe $35, depending on where you live. So the trick is that the certified adapters, which AMD has got on their official website, they work from the package. So you just got to plug it and it goes all very well. If you're getting the Chinese one, it's not that easy because the computer doesn't find it properly. So I had a really long headache with this stuff, and the way I solved it is, well, tricky, let's say so. It's not difficult, I will tell you how it went, but just be careful. I advise you to take the official one and not to bother. If you know how your computer works, no problem, you will find the way. So what I did was I used this one program. Shall see now. Monitor info. I think you should see it. Monitor info. Very old and very reliable program. So it's taking the information from what's your monitor about. And one more very pleasant thing this program can do, it can save the driver for the monitor. Well, I'm sorry for those people which understand, this is not a driver, this is just the list of the parameters, no matter. It's saving the driver of your monitor. So you can see, once you connect your monitor to the computer, and once Windows recognizes it, it sets some properties of it to the registry, and this program can take this information from registry and save it as the independent driver. So what you gotta do, you connect your monitor, any of them, no matter, you have 3 same, as I do, for example. You connect it to your computer with the proper way, I mean HDMI or DVI, no matter, you connect it. The computer finds your monitor. Once it does, it will put the information to your registry. So what you will have to do is only, you see, I got a monitor here, then you should put file, let me remember, oh, there it is, create inf. You see, inf, this is the file which will have all the information of the monitor. Information comes, let's say, from the monitor itself, so it's recognized. You put create inf, save it wherever you like. Okay, so it is saved. Then you go the settings of the screen, additional parameters, monitor. You take the monitor, you push the properties, the driver, you put it refresh, you put it make the search on this computer, then you put choose from the drivers already on this computer, then you put install from the disk. You make search and you go to the place to where you saved your inf file. You remember, you put inf, create inf and save. So you save it to any folder and then you find it and there it goes. You push open and it will find the driver which will be necessary to launch your monitor. You need to do this trick because this Chinese stuff, this one, is not recognized. Windows will not recognize it most likely, so you will need to help your Windows to recognize it and to work well. So once you will put the inf file in accordance with this adapter, Windows will be able to work with your monitor number 3. So, and this stuff will work. Well, yet it does. But the other bad thing about Chinese stuff, it is not really reliable. So some people say that they die soon. Okay, now regarding the FPS. So the video card I got, 7870, is let's say so barely enough to run MechWarrior Online at highest settings. I don't know, maybe the drivers or maybe the engine will be somehow optimized and it will be better, but I don't think so, because we are using DirectX 9 at present moment, and as the creators say they promise to use DirectX 11, so it will need even more productivity. So I advise you to take something higher level, but you will never need more than 2 GB of your memory on your video card, because the highest used memory I managed to get at present moment was 1.3 GB. So I believe that a bit later, when they will make the DirectX 11 working, the necessity of video memory will be like 1.5, maybe a bit more. So 2 GB, this is more than enough to run MechWarrior Online on your video card. But take something more powerful, and don't forget to take something of more than 2 cores. This is really nice because the CryEngine supports the multi-core processors. So if you're running very old processor and very new video card, don't. This will be a waste of money for your video card, because the processor will be the weak place. This game is loading both processor and the video card. Okay, so this was a small review from Ukraine, Odessa. If you like, I'll try to leave my contacts and be glad to answer your questions if you got some. Okay, that should be all. Good luck and have fun. See ya.